Hare Krishna devotees, welcome back to the Vraja Parikrama. I believe it's day 13. Before we begin the session, let's begin with prayers. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. So where are all of you? Where did we leave yesterday? Does anyone remember? Where are all of you in the Vraja Parikrama? Today it's mostly only online. We are only online responses, no live responses today. Very minimal live responses. We are all outside somewhere.
We were at Mansi Ganga.
Mansi Ganga. So that was, Mansi Ganga, Govardhan Puja. Yeah, Govardhan. Yesterday we celebrated Govardhan Puja. And Jai, very nice. So, so far we started at Vrindavan at the Krishna Balram temple. Then we came to Mathura, Madhuvan, then Phait. Then there was one more, Gantoli, then Radhakund. I'm not able to spot Gantoli here, but Radhakund. Then we came to Govardhana. We spent a lot of time in Govardhana. Yesterday we also celebrated Govardhana Puja. And today we are traveling from Govardhan to Badrinath and Kedarnath. And it's right here in Vraja Parikrama. So we are very lucky. We even get to go to Badrinath and Kedarnath in this Vraja Parikrama. Are you all with me? Yes. Vraja Parikrama ki Jai. Okay, so this is just a screenshot from an overview of the Kamyavan forest today, and that where Adi Badri and Adi Kedarnath temples are there in Rajmandal. That forest is called Kamyavan, and this was the Kamyavan is one of the 12 forests amongst in the Vraja area, and Srimad Bhagavatam says, and pure unadulterated love by the gopis is called Kama, and the gopis their only desire was to please Krishna. That's where their only desire was to please Krishna always. That is one significance of this Kamyavan. There have been a lot of significant pastimes happened here. The Rasa dance happened here. It is said the Pandavas spent 12 years of their Vanavas in this forest Kamyavan as well. And the Yudhishthir Maharaj, he met he met the questions that were asked about dharma. Yudhishthir Maharaj also that kunda is also here where they went to fetch water. That's some of the significance of this Kamyavana. Now let's see a few let's see a few more pastimes that happened in this Kamyavan forest, which is very, very sweet and nectarian to hear. So Krishna, in this is a shloka from Srimad Bhagavatam offered by Kunti Maharani. Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya cha Nanda Gopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha. Let me therefore offer my respectful obeisances unto the Lord who has become the son of Vasudeva, the pleasure of Devaki, the boy of Nanda, and the other cowherd men of Vrindavana, and the enlivener of the cows and the senses. So Krishna, little Krishna, was the perfect child. He always wanted to be the best child a parent would ever want, and he always wanted to please his parents. Even as a child, we have heard this pastime where Krishna, or maybe you have seen pictures where Krishna carries the footwear of Nanda Baba on his head. And he is always wanting to please his parents. And of course, it was very much relished by Nanda Maharaj and Yashoda Maiya. Now, so along the same lines, where once Nanda Maharaj and Yashoda Maiya, they wanted to go and visit they wanted to go visit Badrinath and Kedarnath. And hearing that, Krishna, he said he always wanted to stay there. He wanted them to be in Vraja. And he said he wanted to create that so that even the others, all the other Vrajavasis would also experience going to these holy places. So he created these created Badrinath, Kedarnath, Gangotri, Yamunotri. He created all of that within Vraja itself. Of course, just by Krishna being present in Vraja, it's a very, very holy place. But and this place, Kamyavan, is even more holier because he brought all these places also there. And just to please his parents and for the pleasure of the parents and all the Brajavasis. He created this beautiful, he brought Badrinath and Kedarnath. This is also said that Naranarayana, the worship, the deities, they first came here and then they went to Badrinath, Badrinath after this. Now this is, first we'll talk a little bit about Adi Badrinath. This is a picture of the temple, Shri Badrinatha temple in Adi. It's called Adi Badrinatha in Brajamandal in the Kamyavan forest. And like I said, all of these, all four of these Char Dhams, they manifested here. And they are the deities here are the Naranarayana. They appeared here in the form of Naranarayana. And there is a pastime relating to this. I'll talk a little bit about that. So Naranarayana, they appeared to do tapasya, intense tapasya for the benefit of all, and they did intense tapasya, very severe austerities. And now Lord Indra, seeing how difficult austerities, how so much austerities he was doing, he became a little worried. He was worried. He was in general, when very exalted people do some severe austerities, they try to achieve the post of Indra. So he was feeling insecure, and he wanted to make sure this austerity and the tapasya was being performed by Naranarayana. They will not be successful. So he invited Ramba, this beautiful damsel, to distract Naranarayana, not knowing who Naranarayana really were. He forgot his position. He failed to recognize who Naranarayana. He didn't know that he was the Supreme Lord himself. He's full of pride, and he then invites Ramba to distract them. Now, of course, when Ramba appears there, Naranarayana, they see Ramba, and they know this Ramba, she was sent by, they're laughing, they're smiling, and they say, oh, what has Lord Indra done? He has sent Ramba to distract us. And what they do in turn, they of course, he's a Supreme Lord. He's not going to be easily not distracted by these damsels. So what they do in turn was the Supreme Lord, he just by a pat on his thighs, he creates, in Sanskrit, thighs means uru. Just by the pat on his thighs, he creates these beautiful, innumerable number of damsels, beautiful, exceedingly beautiful damsels. And once they appear, this Ramba begins to feel very ashamed of herself. And those damsels, those who appeared from by the patting on the thighs of Lord Naranarayana, they were just so beautiful. Ramba was she was very ashamed. She said, these women are so beautiful, and her pride was destroyed. And Ramba became very ashamed of her own beauty. And these damsels who were created because they were created from by the pat on the thigh, and the Sanskrit word for thigh is uru. These beautiful damsels were called Urvashi. That is the origin of Urvashi. We have seen, there are many other pastimes where Urvashi appears. We'll talk about that some other time. And also we know how because the Urvashi, she's so beautiful. She's coming from Narayana, who is Kandarpa Koti Kamaniya Vishesha Shobham. She has unparalleled beauty. Nothing can match this beauty of the Supreme Lord. Also, in this form as Narayana, the Lord displays his opulence. One of the opulence, the Lord has 6 opulences, and one of the opulences is his renunciation, where he performs such severe austerities. He displays this opulence of renunciation when he appears as Naranarayana for Naranarayana. Okay, and of course, after this pastime, Indra learned the lesson that that he cannot compete with the Supreme Lord, and he learned his position. But of course, multiple times we have seen, even in Govardhana Leela, we saw how he forgets his position, and he always seeks repentance after from the Lord. So that is the pastime that happened in this Kamyavan, and in and how at the Adi Badrinath temple. Now next, I'll take you next to. And these are the Urvashis. Okay. Now after this, now Krishna also created Adi Kedarnath. And this is an aerial picture of the steps that lead to go to the top of the hill. There are 350 steps that you have to climb to reach the top of this hill. And once you go up, it's a tough trek. You're probably exhausted climbing 350 steps. But when you reach, there's a small cave. You crawl through the cave and you can have darshan. And over there resides Kedarnath in Kamyavan. Lord Shiva, it's a Swayambhu, self-manifested Shivalinga who has appeared there. It is said Lord Shiva tells Mother Parvati, among all varieties of worship, Vishnu's worship is topmost, and of that, even more topmost is worship of a devotee. So, and Shiva is a topmost devotee of Lord Vishnu, and we see how if devotees come here, they pay the respects to Lord Shiva. There was a video where I saw devotees offer milk, abhishekam to Lord Shiva here, and this is a special place here that that happens in Kedarnath. There's another picture of this Adi Kedarnath. These two places are called Adi Badri and Adi Kedarnath. Okay, then what else do I have? Just bear with me for another minute. Yeah. So that was about Adi Badrinath and Adi Kedarnath today. So Krishna brought these the Char Dhams to Vraja Mandal itself, so that his parents and the Vrajavasis could stay there, be there, right there, and experience the Char Dham. Of course, Krishna himself, just being there is nothing else is required, but just to please the Vrajavasis and please his parents, he brought all these. So when we go to Vraja Mandal, it's possible for us to even go to these holy places just by visiting Adi Badrinath and Adi Kedarnath. And just around this area, if you there is Vrinda Devi temple. Then there is pastimes of Krishna, where he goes with his Gopa friends, where they have prasad, the food together, bhoga together, and that bhojan stali, they are all sitting together. There's a place where they sit. You can see how they've kept their katoris down. There are dips in the rocks. You can see that when you visit, those places are there. Then there is a rock, a sliding rock, where the Gopa friends, they used to have, it's like a slide. We can go to the park, we see a slide, and children slide down and come. So like that, it appears Krishna and his friends also had fun on the slides, on the rock slides, sliding down those hills and having a lot of fun. So these are all small little things that is there in Kamyavan. In this Kamyavan forest is one of the forests, and in Vraja, in the Vraja Mandal Parikrama. So today we started in Vrinda. We are here in Badrinath. So we've come from Vrindavana, then we went to Mathura, then we went to Paita, then Ghantoli, Radhakund, Govardhan, and here. Join us tomorrow again to experience the Vrajamandal and during the special Kartik month. It is just so wonderful to even talk and hear about Vrindavan in this special Kartik month. I hope you all join us again tomorrow. Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Can we all come on screen and say Hare Krishna mantra once before we log out? Today we won't have the Arati. We will end the session now. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
वृंदावन परिक्रमा की
जय,
मंडल परिक्रमा की
जय,
प्रभुपाद की
जय.
हरि हरि बोल. हरे कृष्णा.
हरि बोल.
हरि बोल. हरे कृष्णा.
हरे कृष्ण.